What's up everybody, Straw Hats Are Cool here, and we are back with another Market Watch video. So let's just jump right into things and start by looking at the most expensive cards in the game right now. As we expect, the serial numbered Monkey D. Luffy is still sitting at the highest spot, $4,000, with the Treasure Cup Zoro not far behind. Sakazuki and the pre-release Luffy are dropping down a bit. They were over $1,000 not so long ago, so those are coming down. And then the mangas, again, haven't changed much, but I do think they're still continuing to go down a little, except for maybe Shanks. Shanks might have gone up a little again from last time. But overall, top end cards are starting to come down in price, which we would expect. Set 4, your single prices are really low, so if you need any cards from set 4, I would be sure to go ahead and pick those up now. Especially Miss All Sundays, Dofi, Yamato, Luffy, Sanjis, even your Sabos, even though those are the highest. Those cards I think are going to be meta relevant for some time. I think Miss All Sunday will see some increased play in set 5, so I would consider picking those up now as everything's super cheap, and at some point I think prices will start to come up. Right now we're still kind of on the high of everyone opening all their product and selling their extra stuff. As you can see, there's a lot of listings for all these cards, so I do think over time they will increase in price, so I would be sure to pick up your singles now if you've not done so already. Alts 2 from set 4, all things considered, prices aren't too bad. Yamato is the highest priced standard alt, with your SPs being a little higher. The SP Boa, I believe, is at about $72. She's on the higher end. But all in all, everything's starting to come down. Prices are quite low, all things considered. So I'd pick up singles or even your alts. Like, I think Sabo is going to increase in price over time, as I think he's going to be very relevant in black decks moving forward. Even Luffy to some extent. Next up, we've got the Mono Black starter deck. This was starter deck 6, which was released with alongside set 2, I believe, and was the first black starter deck. And I'm not really too sure why, but over the last couple days, the prices on this deck have kind of exploded. Shockwave has always been a fairly expensive card, as it's the best card in the deck in my opinion. I think Tashigis are coming down a little because the current tournament pack volume 4 does have an alt art version of this you can get for participating, and I do think it looks a bit better than this one. But Garp, something happened with Garp. I'm not too sure what, but let's see. It looks like starting on October 8th, so that was about a week ago. The price just exploded, and I'm not too sure why. I don't know if this was in some deck that did well recently, but if you know why this has gone up in price so much, do let me know down in the comments below, as I am quite interested in this one, into why the price has gone up so much. In other news though, I did recently receive a copy of this starter deck from one of the members who attends my locals to give away on the channel. So shout outs to Jordan, who was gracious enough to give this out so that we can do a giveaway on the channel. So keep your eyes out for that, as I should have some announcements on that coming up soon. Zoro from set 1 is coming down. He's starting to come down over time. He's started to come down. However, personally, at this point in time, I would not buy this card. I would stay away from it. And that's because Starter Deck 10 will be releasing shortly. I think it's like the first week of November that we should be getting Starter Deck 10. And I might be wrong, but I do think Starter Deck 10 includes 4 copies of this card. it might only be 2, but regardless, you'll get some number of Roronoa Zoro in your starter deck 10s, and I think the art on that one is better than this one, so if you still haven't got your Zoros and would like to, just hold out a little bit longer for starter deck 10. Gordon, still high, about $14, $15. I can see this maybe coming down, settling around 10. I'm not sure how much play this card is seeing into set 5, but Gordon's a good card and will continue to see play in decks like Zoro. So do keep your eye on this one, but if you need your copies, I mean, you could pick them up. I could see it going a little lower though, so you might want to hold out. We've got the promo pack Law as well. It's at about $3 right now, and I'm going to be honest, if you don't have your copies of this card, I would probably pick them up now, as the sooner or the closer we get to set 5 releasing, I think the price on this card is going to go up, as this card does see play in some of the red purple Law list. Works very well with what the deck is trying to do, though I'm not sure if all lists are playing it, but you do get power reduction. It's a 4 cost, so you can play it off the leader, and it's a Heart Pirate, so it's searchable off of the new SR Law in set 5. So personally, if you don't have these and have any interest in playing Law, the red purple Law, I would pick these up now, as I do think they will continue to go up in price. Real quick, actually, since we were just talking about the promo cards from the Film Red promo pack, another member from my local community donated a sealed promo pack for me to give away on the channel as well. So thank you to Doom of the People, awesome dude. So we have that to give away as well, so more details on that soon. Law, the set 1 Law has just been going up and up and up in price. Hopefully you already had your copies of this Law. If not, I think you might be out of luck, as I don't really think the price on this will be dropping anytime soon. There was a championship, I think it was in Singapore today, and I think the most topping deck was still Red Green Law, to probably not much surprise at this point. Red Green Law is a deck that's been good since set 1, and this card is kind of the backbone of that deck. So if you don't have your copies of this, I mean, you might just need to pick them up now, as I don't think the price is going to fluctuate too much from where it's at right now, unless we get any bans or restrictions. So both of the laws from the online regionals, these are the finalist ones. If we take a look though at the participation one, even they were bought out recently, and reason being that the starter deck 11 Green Uta leader has recently released over in Asia, and some of the topping list have been playing 4 copies of this card, so people have decided to go ahead and just buy it out. If you have copies of this card, I would definitely try and sell them now, as I do not believe this card is worth $27. So yeah, if you've got your laws, I would sell them. If you're wanting to pick them up, I would wait. I think they're going to come back down in price. Event Pack Jinbei, it's coming down. Mono Blue Doflamingo is not seeing a whole lot of play this set, though I do still think it is a deck that can compete in the current meta. But if you are still waiting to pick up your copies of this, I might wait just a little longer, see what happens, as I do think this is a card that could come down a little more in price, especially if you're just looking to pick up a copy for your collection. The Event Pack Bartolomeo, on the other hand, has gone up again, and again, kind of like with the law we were just talking about. I think part of this is due to the hype with the mono green Uta leader from starter deck 11. So if you've got these and you're not using them, I might sell them now, as I think they'll come back down in price. Borsalino is at $12. This is the regular SR from set 2. And while black decks have not been seeing a lot of play outside of Rebecca, the blue-black Sakazuki leader in set 5 is looking to be a pretty dominant leader. Did win the championship I was talking about earlier, which I think was held in Singapore. Was running 4 copies of Borsalino. Overall, since released, the price of this card hasn't really changed too much, but I think as we get closer to set 5, we could see this go up in price, so now might not be a bad time to pick these up. Same thing with the alt art. Again, not seeing a lot of play right now, so the price is coming down, but as we get closer to set 5, I could see this going back up in price. And same deal with the Kuzans. I think they're the same as the Borsalino really. Right now, the alts and the regulars are about the same price. But again, they are played in the blue-black Sakazuki decks, so they're cards you might want to pick up if you don't have them already, as I can see the price starting to increase as we get closer and closer to set 5 releasing. Zeph is another card that is seeing a lot of play in the blue-black Sakazuki deck, so we are starting to see the price in this alt go up as people are starting to get more excited for the release of set 5. So if you want to bling out your blue-black Sakazuki deck in set 5, I would recommend picking these up now, as I think there's a high likelihood that with how things are going, this is going to continue to increase in price. Though you could wait, keep your eye on it, and see where things go. Pre-release Fukuros are at $15. I haven't been looking a whole lot at pre-release cards, as really it's just a little stamp. Now, I do myself own 4 copies of Fukuro, though honestly at this price I might consider selling them. I do think we're getting another art for Fukuro at some point. I know in Asia they did already, so I'm not sure how we'd be getting that card, but I know there is another art for it, so that might cause the price to go down. But again, it's played in blue-black Sakazuki, so it's just a good card to have. I think most black decks at this point, aside from Rebecca, who is really forced into playing the Dressrosa cards, can use this card. I don't know what is going on with Sanji's Peel-Off, but for some reason this card is at $42 and people are buying them. I would check your pre-release cards for set 3. If you've got any Sanji's Peel-Off, I would absolutely sell them now. I keep saying it, but this was a 4 of in the blue-black Sakazuki deck that did win today. I don't know if, I don't think that has anything to do with it though, because it's been high for a little while now. So I'm not too sure. People are buying it. If you go ahead and list yours around 35, it'd probably sell pretty quick. And for a pre-release card, I'd say that's pretty good. Poly is at $2. If you don't have your polys, I think now might be a good time to pick them up. As we get closer to set 5, I do see this one going up as well, as most of the mono purple Luffy decks are running 4 copies of poly, which does surprise me a bit. I still don't really see how this card is all that good, but hey, it does ramp you, so there is that. You can play it on 7, get the effect ramp, kill something. It's okay. I'm not the biggest fan, but it is being played in mono purple Luffy, and that is going to be one of the top decks next set. So for $2, I'd say it's probably pretty good to pick it up. May end up going up as high $5, $6 come set 5. I think if you have not yet gotten your copies of Queen, similar to set 1 Law, it's probably too late. I don't see this card coming down in price. I believe the second wave of Judge Packs does have a stamped version of this, So the price will probably be really high at first, but maybe some people will start selling their copies to pick up some judge stamped ones. I don't really know, but point being, Queen's expensive and I don't see this price coming down anytime soon, especially as, again, purple's really good set 5. This is going to be a 4 of in most of those decks. The Wanted Kato starting to come back down again a little. Was up to about $75-$80. It's back down to about $50. I would keep your eye on this if you're looking to bling out the purple Luffy deck. Now might be your time to pick it up, but I can see this going down a little lower. So that's all I've got for today. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Like I said, I've got a couple giveaways coming up soon, thanks to some generous people in my local scene. So again, thank you so much to the people who donated those for me to give away. That's all I've got for today. So as always, thank you so much for watching till the end if you stuck around. If you are enjoying the videos, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you're enjoying this type of content, please let me know down in the comments. Without further ado though, I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.